New Beer Thursday! Woo! And we're at GABF, and if you thought last week that we were going to give all of the airtime to Bill, you were wrong. We're doing a GABF show
for ourselves, yes.
That's right. So we came to Wynkoop because Bess, hey,
Well, what?
awesome brewer at Wynkoop, and awesome
you.
chick,
Are
and
you still
amazing social
blogging,
media.
Or yes, no, kind of dabbling?
To a lesser extent, yes.
Because you were with Denver Off the Wagon.
Yes.
And that's kind of...
It's fallen by the wayside.
Okay.
You brought it up awkward.
Here.
You brought up awkward.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I did have
She's
a
like,
post
"Fuck PJ.
recently
Fuck him."
about
No.
lady collaboration brews.
Okay,
and-
cool. So
Yeah, every now and again. I wrote that one on vacation. So
Nice.
that's
Cool.
when I can fit
Cool.
it in. Yeah.
So was it awkward that I brought that up?
No, not at all.
Oh,
What's awkward is this guy's coming out of the elevator right now.
Guy?
That's awkward.
you can walk by. It's okay.
I'll be coming back with some stuff.
No problem. We can pause.
We're gonna punch you in the face every time you walk by here. So we're down in the basement of Wynkoop, which
And
is
we're in the middle of everything.
yeah, and there's like barrels and a comedy club. What the fuck is that about?
I didn't know Wynkoop had a comedy club.
Well,
can we
it's
cheers first?
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
cheers.
yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
By the way, we're drinking the Colorojo.
Colorojo.
It's
From,
Colorado and it's a red ale. You get it. Come on.
And it's delicious.
And it is delicious, yes.
Not to toot my own horn, but...
So talk about this comedy club really quick, because this blew my mind. When you're like, oh, we can shoot down at the comedy club, I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? And then I walked into the Laugh Factory.
Yes. So it's just they rent the space out from the building owners, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays they do improv comedy down here and serve
Nice.
all of our beer.
Do you come down and talk about being a brewer and people laugh at you?
No.
No?
No.
Do they just do
No.
like comedy shows, or like do you ever have bands or anything?
We don't have bands. I would love to have bands.
And here's this guy again.
Okay.
Really? This is happening,
buddy.
You know? We rent out the space, we pay money for it, and this guy's just like, fuck you, whatever.
It adds an
Anyway.
essence to the
Come
show.
here, let me punch you in the face.
This is real life.
Stuff that actually happens.
So anyway, it's GABF, and GABF is signified by just absolute craziness. Anyway, so
Yeah.
this works.
Wynkoop is kind of a hub, I think. Like,
Yeah.
kind of like Falling Rock is the.
Because you guys do
the
Pints for
hub.
Prostates, you do the Brewers Reception is here.
Yes.
Which
And
is
that's
a
shit
huge,
show.
yeah, yes, it was. I was there, and I was just like, yeah,
I had
hey.
way too much fun. We got hooked up with one of our buddies, Derek from Newport Beach Brewing, and yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
People were like, oh, you talked to this guy about doing this. I'm like, I did? Was I there? Did I attend this event? What happened?
Yeah.
But yeah, so shit happens at
And
GABF.
it was
Yeah.
awesome. I think it was on the street too. They had the whole tent set.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. It turns well, and as we've said before, GABF turns Denver into just a huge street
Madness.
party. Yeah,
It's lovely.
so wonderful, and I love Denver so much. But one of the things I love most about you personally is that you're kind of spearheading the women in craft beer movement at this point.
Well,
And I'm
she's
putting
a-
that on you, even though probably you're not
now a
necessarily. But I mean, in my world, in the world that I see that's going on and whatever, as far as social media goes and whatever, you're one of the prolific females who are like, I'm a brewer, I'm doing this thing, it's not a man's world anymore, fuck you guys, whatever.
Yeah.
Pink Boot Society. Talk a little bit about that.
Someone closer to our neck of the woods, Denise Ratfield she's at Stone right now. She used to work at Sierra Nevada on their bottling line, I think. That's our closest interaction with the Pink Boots. So,
Right.
yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because she's awesome.
Yay, Denise.
So go ahead. Tell us about Pink
ladies.
Boots Society.
So Pink Boots Society is a nonprofit organization that was founded by Terry Fenderhoff. Can't remember where she used to brew, but she's been brewing almost as long as I've been alive.
And it's women only, right? It's not gays, just because
No.
it's pink.
Just women
Whatever.
only.
It's not Rainbow Boots Society.
I would love rainbow boots though.
Right?
Holy
We
moly.
found your new calling. You
I'm gonna start Rainbow Boots Society.
just got to start brewing beer more often.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, Pink Boots is just all about promoting the role of women in the brewing industry in any aspect. It's not just for brewers, but mostly through education. So they've finally got their 501c3 and started offering scholarships to like Siebel and
Nice,
courses
really?
at Oregon State and UC Davis.
That's kinda
so yeah, it's cool because it's only ladies, and like I was at the meeting earlier today, and it's just fun having that common ground that
Right.
all of us work with all dudes, so it's
Right.
nice to just be able to chat with.
The craft brewing industry is still a very man's man sort of industry.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for you guys for breaking into that and being like, hey, fuck you guys, we are just as good if not better.
I just want to make beer.
Right.
God
it's
damn
like
it.
whatever. And even for the women who are not brewers, who are doing marketing, who are doing other aspects of the craft beer industry, that's huge. That's
Yeah.
it's a big step to take to go into that industry and be like, we get that it's a man's world, but we're still breaking in and we're still doing it and deal with it.
Yeah.
And so I really have a lot of respect
Is
for the Pink Boots
is Pink
Society.
Boots more about women in the craft beer industry, or specifically women who brew, or
Just any lady who's part of the craft beer industry, to
Okay.
become a member, you just have to get income from beer in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
So I
so
know,
as long as you're doing something in craft beer.
Now,
you're
because
pretty
I have a homeless guy who pays me $5 to vomit on him after I've drank craft beer, does that count?
much- is he a woman?
you're not a lady.
Oh, so it just doesn't work on
Yeah.
so many different levels.
That was really weird. What you just said. And then I
You're not a lady.
Things.
So, okay, so you started working here about 2 years ago?
Well, it's
It's been a while, hasn't it?
January will be about 2 years that I've been brewing here. They started paying me about a year and a half ago. So there's a slight
as it does in the craft beer industry. So.
yeah, I was just
A lot
really
of times
annoyed
you
and
show
kept
up and be like,
showing up.
hey, I'm here. And they're like, oh, I guess we should start writing her a check or something.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Right
what
on.
happened.
And so,
Yeah.
what do you, because you guys have about 30 different beers as your standard. So, what are you responsible for personally? All of them, or?
No, well, as far as our recipes go, we obviously have the year-round staples that have been here forever that we have to make.
Because Wynkoop is what, 25 years old?
Yeah, next week is our 25th anniversary
Yeah, so
party.
that's crazy.
So shit show.
Yeah,
Again.
that's gonna be amazing. Your life is
so
so difficult.
excited.
GABF wasn't enough. You have
Yeah,
a
it's
week.
like,
And that,
oh,
and then
hey.
Master Brewers Conference.
Yeah,
and
it's happening.
Yay, October. But yeah, so I have had the chance in the time I've been here to make a few recipes of my own, and one of which we get to do again this year. It's a gingerbread stout,
Nice.
about 8% because, yes.
Right.
Is that on right
Yes. No.
now? Oh, that's
Yeah.
Not yet, because that's a Christmassy beer.
Yeah. Last year when I made it, it was the first snowfall of the season, so it was perfect and
nice.
lovely.
I had
That
your
sounds
peach
excellent.
beer,
Yes.
peach wheat.
Yeah.
Is that one of yours?
No, it's not.
Okay, it was delicious. It was good. And I mean, and this is not to say anything negative about Wynkoop, but you guys kind of have a bit of a, like, it's like, oh, it's Wynkoop. Whatevs.
Not the best
And
reputation.
Right, and so,
Yeah.
but I mean, your beers have gotten a lot better. Because I mean, I remember 3-4 years ago I came here and I was like, nah.
Well, you
Meh.
know, I want to.
But I
I
mean,
don't want to go down that road.
Right, no, but what I'm getting at is that, like, it's gotten noticeably better over the last few years. And it's more about, like, because I think Wynkoop fell into that, like, we were craft before craft was a thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, we're kind of coasting on that. And then they're like, oh, hey, we actually need to, like, step up our beers a little bit.
Yes.
And you guys have been doing that, which is awesome. And
We've been
that's kind of, and that's why, like, for those of you who are watching the show, like, Wynkoop, really? You're doing Wynkoop? Yeah, really, we're doing Wynkoop because, you know what, their beers are fucking awesome. And come
you.
and drink them
I really
because,
I don't have any problems with. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
new to
it's
Wynkoop.
good shit.
I've only been going to GABF for like the last 3 years, but we come here all the time, and I mean, I have no reason to not come to Wynkoop. It's good.
Lovely.
It's great beer.
Thank
know,
you.
so talk about the
we're
Colorojo
trying.
for a moment.
So this is probably my favorite standard beer we make. It started, it was just going to be a single batch just to play around, and all of the brewers fell in love with it. So it just kept getting put on the schedule to brew.
Did any of them try to marry it?
I have.
Okay.
I've told her I love it and I want
love it. I want it to
near
be in
me
my life
all the time.
forever.
Yes.
She's just waiting for.
I'm waiting.
Colorojo, put a ring on it.
So yeah,
good one.
it became year round, and we recently started canning it.
Okay.
We do some canning, a lot of our smaller batch stuff. This was supposed to be seasonal can as well, and then it's
Right.
been canned for 6 months now.
Okay.
That's how much people love it because it's
And you guys are
delicious.
strictly Metro Denver area. You don't distribute
Yeah.
outside of that.
No,
Which is fascinating to me because you've been around for so long that I would imagine that, like, why can't I find Wynkoop sitting on my bar shelf in
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool
LA?
that they're still. I mean, you got to come to Denver to get
Right.
Wynkoop. That's.
we would
I
like
that.
to grow, but our facility.
But you guys are
we
maxed
can
out
only grow
anyway,
so
just
much.
handling
Yeah.
this area.
I mean,
so,
we have
and
11
that's a big, powerful statement, though, in and of itself, to say that in Denver, in Colorado, where there's like hundreds of amazing craft breweries, that you guys are selling out and at capacity and brewing, and that's a big statement. We talked a little bit about like what you're doing as far as women in beer and that kind of thing, but I want to know, like, for you personally, like, you're what, 23?
Aw, that's sweet.
22.
I'm actually 28.
Oh,
Getting
you're
up
still
there.
young, and please, you're
Oh,
in the 20s. I don't want to hear it. Push it 40, November 23rd. Yes, I'm giving you another reminder. Birthday party, whatever. Anyway, but what got you into beer? Because it is typical. I mean, men make beer because honestly we're cheap and we just want to have cheap beer, and that's where that stems from.
Well,
Listen,
yeah.
you homebrewed a lot.
Oh,
no?
yeah.
Yeah. So what got you into that?
So it was this weird turn. I've always liked better beers. All my friends turned 21 before I did, and we're drinking like 90 shilling in Guinness. So
Nice.
better than
Other
other things.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never hate on Guinness. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I love Guinness. It's a great beer. And for those of you that want to like yell at me right now, fuck you. Guinness is good beer.
Just no.
Yeah.
So yeah, carry on.
So I found an ad for a job in a liquor store right after I turned 21, and went to work
Yes.
there. And
I remember tweeting you a lot from that liquor store.
Yes.
Yeah. we had good conversations from
it
that
was
liquor store.
lovely.
Yes.
And so I knew I liked beer and whiskey, or my drinks of choice already. Our beer buyer just started showing me the ropes, and I
Okay.
started geeking out and going to breweries and harassing people and getting in on shadow brew days. And then some of the boys I
Nice.
worked with,
Okay.
we decided to all go in together and purchase home brewing equipment as well.
Sweet.
And just started
What was your
brewing, like, every week.
favorite homebrew that you ever made?
Yeah.
I did a lavender IPA that
Really?
I love. Yeah.
All right.
That's
One of
awesome.
these days, I'm gonna
Like
come and
that
I'm gonna
and the
sack out on your
hibiscus
couch, and we're gonna make that beer again together.
Lovely.
Yes, that would be
All right,
awesome.
game on. I am so thankful that I was able to get into this the way
Sure.
I did, and be
I
able
remember
to
when you
stay in
got hired
Denver.
here, you were like all stoked.
Oh my
and
God.
I was
And
like,
I'm
that's
still
fucking
stoked.
awesome.
Well, you're the
No.
first female brewer at Wynkoop, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So-
I mean,
And I mean, there's not a ton of female brewers out there. I mean, Denise from Moylan's, and now she's gone off to do her own thing.
Yeah.
But there's not, like, you don't really think, when you think of craft beer, it's hard to figure out, like, what women are brewing in craft beer. And so, I mean, Bess, you're doing Wynkoop. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You guys are doing really cool, kick-ass shit.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will keep doing it.
Thank you, yes. And so, this is our GABF show, sort of. Ish.
That's, yeah.
It's a part of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And we had a blast this weekend. And next year, April, we're going to be here for CBC.
Awesome. I will be here as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Good.
again, the Brewers Association is teasing us. They're like, you're coming to Denver all year long.
Yeah.
So-
we got everything this year.
We got everything
I'm
this year. So we're
stoked.
going
I can barely handle once a year. For
Yeah, I
GABF, and now
know. It's like,
Oh man, Party
Let's-
City.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But GABF is, as always, just an amazing time of the year. And Bess, you're one of my people that I can't wait to see every year when I come here.
Yeah.
You know, because I talk about GABF being the high school reunion of the people that you
Oh,
only
it
get to
is.
see once a year.
Yeah.
And it's like you're one of those people, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get together with you. And so. I saw
thank
PJ
you
last week,
for-
so whatever.
I was gonna thank her for doing the show with
Yeah,
us.
thank you for
now.
doing it with us.
So cheers.
Fucking
Cheers.
cheers to that.
And cheers to craft beer and GABF
Cheers.
and
Until
women
next time,
in craft beer, right?
stay safe and
Yay.
drink beer and shit.
All right.
Yeah. Yay.